And it looks like we are live, so I'm going to say hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How have we been doing this fine Monday? And what have you been up to in the previous days that weren't a Monday? In fact, they were other days with other names. I know, it's wild. I just found out myself. Yes, what have we been doing, eh? Just in time, Dramero Tan. Tan? Ten? I don't know how to say words. Austin Murphy is eating all the cheese, which I doubt it because I have some of the cheese. I do like the cheese. I like cheese almost as much as I like whiskey, and that's saying a lot. Cheese is really good and terrible for you. And the same can't be said for whiskey, which is, of course, healing waters that are perfectly fine for you and do all the good things. Because of sick, I upgraded my compy today. I'm not sure how that works. I didn't give you any money, I think. I didn't I don't know, I didn't advise you to do it. I guess the only thing is that I upgraded my my editing rig recently, or my workstation as I've come to call it, since as much as it is the best gaming PC in my house, I almost never play video games on it. It's so fucking weird to have like a really good machine for playing video games and then playing them on literally anything else just because I don't want to sit at my desk. I kind of can't stand sitting at my desk. It drives me a little bit crazy. I'm doing it right now,
Okay.
but now counts as work, so it's okay. How we doing, my missus?
Fine.
Oh, she's on a good one today. Just popping in to wish y'all a nice evening. Gotta go. Gotta get out early tomorrow. And 5 hours of sleep ain't enough. Anyways, have a nice... 5 hours of sleep used to be pretty much all I got. I was terrible for it. And then I learned the secrets of napping in the day. When you realize, because you work for yourself, that you're allowed to not stay up at the same time as all the fucking weirdos who have normal jobs, that it is in fact okay for you to wake up, help your kids get ready to school and then actually just go back to bed. That was a fucking life-changing experience. It does make it very, very difficult to get out of bed after that fact, because bed is amazing. I love, it's like my favorite place to be, except when I can be there. It's the most, it drives me crazy. I'm sure some of you have experienced the exact same thing, but the second I need to get up, it is super easy to sleep. I will fall asleep like at the drop of a hat. If I have time to sleep, if it's either a weekend or you know, a morning, not morning, nighttime, be it sleep time, falling asleep is fucking impossible. Sleep is sacred, yes. Science is atheism? No. Science is science, atheism is atheism. They are separate things. There is some crossover in how people use them and people's understanding of them, but to say that it is atheism, an odd statement indeed. You need a more terrifying alarm clock. I had the most fucking annoying alarm clock in the universe as a kid, and it didn't fucking help. I had a Bart Simpson alarm clock that had a rubber head that you could pull off, which I did regularly for reasons that I'm not 100% sure of. And no, before someone says, haha, Sir Sick pulled off Bart Simpson's, no, just his head. No, oh, damn it, that doesn't fucking help, does it? Anyway, yeah, he would go, yo, dude, wake up and get out of bed. Yo, dude, wake up and get out of bed. And he wouldn't stop doing that in this really shit, terrible not microphone, speaker sound. So it sounded awful. And it would do it for ages and ages and ages until I either snoozed it or turned it off. And I would not sleep through it per se, but just not get up through it for hours, and it used to drive my family fucking crazy. I was like, I didn't fucking buy it for myself. I would have bought literally anything else. It was the stupidest alarm clock in the world, but it's what I had, so it's what I used.
I don't like alarm clocks.
No, Mrs. Sick wakes up through the natural sounds of other people already having gotten up, which honestly is not that bad.
No,
You are?
I get up because it's light.
I don't know. It's not like most mornings when I get up. You just get up because I've gotten up to do the kids and it disturbs you.
No, not usually.
No?
No.
I do try to avoid waking you up.
I usually wake up because it's light.
Fair enough. My alarm these days is my Spotify playlist. Get woken up by insomnium and Finch.
Which is why in
Nice.
winter I don't wake up because it's dark.
True. Sometimes it's really hard to wake you up. Sometimes it's the easiest thing in the universe to wake you up, especially in the middle of the night. You are
that's
very
different.
easy to disturb then.
That's different. Middle of the night, I'm a lot more paranoid.
Blossom is the worst character. In what regard?
I agree.
Apart from being the best character.
I agree. It's the worst.
I stopped setting alarm. I set up lights to simulate sunrise. It works like magic for me. That wouldn't work for me. It would just annoy me. I can't fucking stand light in the morning. I need to be in pure darkness. Otherwise, I can't actually get up.
Yeah, but you're a sensitive boy.
I'm very, very sensitive to light. I fucking hate the sun. I really, really cannot stand that fucking thing. It actually causes me quite significant discomfort. My brother, God bless him, as they say, has the complete opposite thing to sunlight. He loves sunlight. He absolutely fucking adores it. You know, in his house, all the curtains are wide open, getting as much natural sunlight in as possible. On a bright sunny day, he could be blasted in the eye with sun reflecting off of fucking everything, and he'd be super happy about it. And, you know, more power to him. I don't mind being in his house. That's his house. What it fucking drives me crazy is that he'll walk into my house and open my curtains while it's dimly lit in the room I'm sat in. And I'm like, do you know they were like that for a reason? Just because you like something some way doesn't mean you have to inflict that on the rest of the world. Love your bruv. Fucking stop. I should probably address it, but it's one of those things that it took me ages to realize that's what he was doing. And that's why he was doing it, because he saw it and saw it as a fault. It's like, oh, you've clearly forgotten to open the curtains. Not, you clearly don't like the curtains open. I have thick fucking blackout curtains for a reason. I absolutely fucking love them. I'm new to your channel. What exactly do you do? That is a fucking question and a half, isn't it? I do bad videos, stupid commentary, and idiot. Also joke, also whiskey. I don't know if there's anything else.
I rot away very slowly.
Mrs. Sick plays Vimeo James on her channel every day for many hours, and she's getting good at the Vimeo James. She's, I think she's getting close to beating...
I'm attempting to get good at video games.
You've beaten a Dark Souls, mostly on your own.
No, that was not mostly on my own. Half of it was on my own.
More than half of it was on your own. Did you stab him? Are you talking about, did I stab my brother? No. Funnily enough, the way to resolve conflicts in this household, as much as swords are a motif of the channel, I don't actually use them to attack people. Usually it doesn't make them more receptive to your comment. Love your wife's channel. Well, I'll have to tell my wife that, but what do you think of Mrs. Sick's channel? And just because she's called Mrs. Sick doesn't mean we're actually married. Although we could decide that the characters are married, I suppose.
We're practically married.
How does vegetarian cheese work? Cheese plants? I assume it's just other materials. I hate when you finally get started on a decent night's sleep and the fucking aliens show up. That is always really annoying. I have, if something decides to disturb the night, that causes me incredible amounts of anxiety. The other day, the neighbour's dog decided to start barking in the middle of the night. It wasn't super loud, but it was loud enough for me to hear it, and if I can hear it, I can't not pay attention to it. I'm fucking terrible for it. But what freaks me out is if it will wake up anyone else in the house, because pretty much if someone else in the house is awake, that means I don't get to sleep, because I'll have to help them get to sleep most of the time, and I don't like doing that because I need sleep. But you know, the having the naps during after doing stuff in the morning really helps. Put a ring on it, Mr. Sick.
I can't wear rings. I have eczema.
Plus, I imagine like a inflatable ring.
Oh God, no.
Absolutely, you never published.
How about this, right? So, how about you get me like fajitas, and we'll call it a day.
Well, now I can't make you fucking fajitas anymore because you know that I don't particularly.
We're married.
This means we're married now because I decided fajitas were weddings. Fucking yeah, that's really going to turn me on to the idea. I'm not a big fan of the whole wedding premise. A chicken walked into our garden today. Fucking brilliant. How did you cook it?
Do you have a metal allergy? No, I don't have a metal allergy. Well, I have a nickel allergy. I guess that's a metal. But
it's not specific.
It's not that. It's just I get contact dermatitis really easily.
When I try to wear rings, sweat so much under where the ring is.
That's what happens to me. So I end up getting eczema.
My skin, it doesn't do eczema. My skin just starts to like, you know when you spend a really long time in the bath? My skin starts to do that under the ring.
Yeah, that's eczema.
How is that eczema? So, spending a really long time in the bath is eczema?
No, right, so, because you get all sweaty and everything,
yeah,
your skin becomes irritated.
My skin's not irritated in that form.
Do you ever get, like, cuts or wounds or lesions?
No.
Okay, then never mind, it's not eczema.
My skin becomes incredibly wet.
It's how it usually starts with eczema.
It's how it starts, maybe.
Yeah, and then.
But I don't get the eczema afterwards.
And then you get lesions.
I get skin like that fucking. Remember the first X-Men movie, like the live-action one with fucking what's his face, the dancer /
You know how bad my memory is.
Do X-Men have eczema? Did you just
Yes.
bring up X-Men?
That's why they wear the suits.
Before I did. The underside of my finger is like that fucking character that gets forced to have the X gene activated in it. And then he turns into water. That's what my skin under a ring feels like. It's fucking awful. I do not like it. Do I have a favourite character to narrate in Spoon Stuff? Fucking Blossom, obviously. Blossom has best voice. Also has most of the funniest line. Do I play video games? I do. I play a fairly significant amount and yet feel like I hardly ever play them. Although recently I've been playing the shit out of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I don't know how many hours I'm on it currently, but
a long-term
120 hours, and it only came out a week or so ago.
A long-term relationship bracelet. No, I can't. I don't like wearing bracelets.
We're not particularly jewelry people. The only things we can do are like earrings and stuff.
I don't like to wear earrings though.
Well, you've got a lip ring.
I have a lip ring, yeah.
She has a lip ring 'cause she's hardcore.
No, I wanted it since I was 13.
Yeah.
So I got it done.
I can't remember if you do the spray the water thing out of it.
What? No.
Really?
What spray water thing?
So there's a hole in your lip now.
Right.
If you fill your mouth with water, you can shoot water out of it.
No, I don't. It leaks out of it.
Yeah.
That's how I clean it.
My hands sweat a lot at the same time of day. I need whiskey or a wet. I love Blossom. Definitely the best character. His player is a legend. His player is Mrs. Sig. She invented the character. That's why he's so good. Get each other a talk. I don't know what a talk is in this context.
A talk is, like the rings that you would wear, like Vikings would wear around their necks.
Okay, so a necklace.
It's a bit like that. It has a gap in it.
It's absolutely a necklace.
Yeah.
If you wear something
can
around
get-
your neck, it's a necklace.
Yeah, you can get bracelet versions of them as well.
Okay. No. Because I'll take it off one day and then never put it back on. That's my problem with most jewelry as well, is that I get sick of it. The closest thing I have to jewelry now is my smartwatch, because I got a really nice band for it. Like a metal one, so it looks fancy and grown up.
One of the main reasons I don't like wearing jewelry and stuff is because it tickles.
The worst thing with any watch is, and probably bracelets as well, is that my wrists are a bit hairy, and they're quite thin hairs, so they can get caught in literally anything. And so if it moves, it pulls and it fucking hurts. So very, very dislike that. You seem like a smart man. Why call yourself dumb? Because everyone is dumb. In some degree, in some respects, in some aspects of their existence. If you don't realize that you have the dumb inside you, then you're probably far dumber than you realize.
As Socrates apparently said.
As Socrates said, yes.
Apparently said.
No, he said it in those words.
What? I'm confused.
Yes, he also said that.
Yeah, probably.
What? Me confused. And then he shouted Socrates and jumped 50 feet into the air.
And shouting yeet. That's where it came from.
My phone reads the headlines off the news when my alarm goes off. I charge it on the other side of the room and I have to get up to turn it off. Yes, I do that when I've got something really important and I need to get up. I have to force myself to get up. The only other thing that makes me get up is desperately needing a shit. What about a ring made of fajitas? I don't know how that would work. It would be more of a like a hoop.
Oh, I do like fajitas.
Sick is the wisest man in Athens. I mean, if you put whiskey and hemlock together, I'd struggle not to drink it, I'll be honest. The worst thing about smartwatches is how often you have to take it off to charge the battery. I got the fucking... Oh, shit, now I can't remember what it's called. OnePlus Smartwatch 2. It has like 7 days of battery on it. They are by far the best one. And they're like decently powerful. They have like 2 fucking CPUs in it. One for like actually doing things that are worthwhile. And one that's stupidly low power. And so it uses that like most of the time just to keep track of everything. Meat ring. I think that's a different kind of ring. I couldn't wear my dog tags in the army because they always caught and pulled out my chest hair. Oh, fuck.
How?
So I can imagine them causing contact dermatitis in the right people, which also sucks. Do they have like some sort of thing for that? Like if you don't wear your dog tags, I assume you get into trouble. If they catch you, I suppose. Do you wear ornaments? What, like
glasses? Yeah.
No, I was thinking like, I don't know, like a vase. Or
yeah, I wear Van Gogh's sunflowers.
Yeah. It's my favourite necklace.
No.
My Fitbit lasts over a week. Well, a Fitbit is like, I don't know. I don't like Fitbits, I'll be honest. Just because the name, they're probably great. Also, it's a device exclusively marketed for exercise, which I don't like. I like my smartwatch because it looks like a watch and it works like a watch and it doesn't pretend to be something else. Yeah. China figurines. Exactly. I think I should start wearing those. Sick has an angel on top of his head, if you know what I mean. Only occasionally. Doorknob nose ring. Jesus Christ. Like a knocker. Like clunk, clunk, clunk. That'd be... You'd look like a bull. A tinsel necklace. That sounds fucking abysmal.
Ugh. Oh, God, I can feel it. No.
Like... I like the smell of tinsel for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
I
ask me
can't
why.
stand tinsel.
But yeah, having it against your skin non-stop sounds fucking awful. Awful? Awful. Fitbit sounds like a Londoner talking about a girl. Oh, she's a right Fitbit, mate. Yeah.
That actually could work.
I have no jewelry, no rings, no tats, no nothing. Well, okay. What about no piercings as well, I assume? And you go, oh no, I've got shitloads of piercings. It's like, well, then it doesn't count. Tinsel also tastes foul.
I imagine.
No one brought up eating it, I'll be honest, so well done. Have I experienced poltergeist activity? Absolutely not, because ghosts aren't real. And anything that someone might put towards being a poltergeist, I would not only assume was probably not ghosts, because ghosts aren't real. I would also assume and look into ideas that weren't nonsense. I made a tinsel bracelet once. How long did you keep that fucking thing on for?
Wrong. Just wrong. Ugh.
Chainmail, braces, or just solid embossed ones? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by braces. I have a lot of natural tattoos, aka scars. Are they badass ones, or are they ones from something less badass?
It's like, oh no, I accidentally, this was the potato peeler accident.
So do knights inspire you? Only Knight Solaire, because I'm a sunbro for life.
Praise the sun, bitch.
Is the ghost standing behind you, telling you to say that? No, but the one in front is. But if you...
The one in front has his penis dangling in front of your face.
If you were going into a dark, scary place, would you not still grab your sword? I hold my penis regardless of where I am.
It's true.
Female ghost me is the poltergeist activity. Okay. I heard a knock from the inside of my dishwater. Turns out a cup fell into the back door. Yeah. It's like you get the feel, like someone talking about in Darkness. Like you get the sensation of spooky ghosts and things being weird. I remember being told by a 30-year-old when I was in my teen years, oh, once you've reached our age and blah, blah, blah. I am now older than he was, and I'm still not fucking stupid. I remember I used to work in pubs. I used to live in pubs with family. And when we found like an underground meat cellar, which is definitely a horror setting, but everyone else was too scared to go down it. And me, as an idiot child, went, ooh, that sounds fucking fascinating. And I just went straight to the end and looked around. It was cool as fuck. But yeah, like, I don't really get the spooks. As someone who suffers quite strongly from anxiety, like, normal world doesn't do things that people find spooky. Darkness isn't particularly scary. It's annoying, but I've never been afraid of the dark, I don't think. Not in any sort of, not beyond a young age, I suppose. Not stupid, don't lie to us. Not that kind of stupid. That's better. Soldiers used to put dog tags in their boots. Statistics told that the feet were the best place to find them. Apparently the rest of the body is mostly unrecognizable. As in, if something bad happens, it's easier to figure out which bit was feet.
That's incredibly morbid.
That is amazing.
Thank you for that, Lars.
But interesting, nonetheless.
Yeah, but still.
The scars on my chest are for surviving cancer. That's a little badass.
That is mega badass.
The ones on my arm are from exploding auto parts at the place I used to work.
That is
extremely badass.
That's also pretty badass.
Cars blew up, yeah. I don't know what to say. You should have seen the car. I'm in my 30s, as an atheist as can be forever, still grabbing my big knife when I go to the basement as if a knife could hurt a ghost. Yeah, my brain wouldn't conceive of there being something there. Now, if I heard movement and I thought it was a person, I probably wouldn't be fucking happy about that.
You get very jumpy with me, don't you? You like when you say I sneak up on you.
Oh god, that's because you're just fucking stealth mode all the time. Drives me crazy. Just walk. I'll just be doing something and she'll walk in and I'll absolutely fucking shit myself. But Jesus fucking Christ, we need to put a bell on you. That's not a bad idea, actually. Oh no, I should take it as marriage shit. I can't do that. Damn.
What, a bell?
Yeah.
Really?
This is the marriage bell. It make me know where you fucking are.
Oh, wife's coming.
I was raised around people, so when I'm alone, I get the feeling I'm not truly alone. I'm not afraid of the dark or being alone, but my instincts betray me. Damn you, instincts! I've been near a drive-by shooting. I officially have confirmation I'm the type to walk towards gunfire, risking myself to help others. That's an interesting thing to know about yourself.
It is.
I've never been in a situation like that. I do find myself in emergencies, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, you're pretty
I'm pretty on top of things.
When things are urgent, you're very quick to act. Yeah.
Yeah. Like during the fire, I was very fast. Oh, hello, Yanis. How you doing, mate? Stealth sick, awesome. Yeah, it's not as awesome as you think.
It's not stealthy. I'm like really obvious.
She thinks she is, but she's not. That or I'm concentrating.
Do you want me to come in shaking maracas? Is that me?
I mean, if I get you some maracas, I know God doesn't exist because if he did, he wouldn't have made Bigfoot. That's fair. Fair point. Very important. It's tigers, snakes, and spiders is why we think there might be ghosts. We're honed to be jumpy in a largely non-jumpy world now. I mean, there is something to be said for your instincts telling you there could be something watching you. And sometimes there's parts of your perception that aren't like conscious. Parts of your perception are subconscious. Not in that, again, they're seeing spooky ghosts, but like your brain noticed that there was a tiger, but you didn't see it. So you didn't clock it, but you just feel fucking weird. You're like, oh, something's going on here. I can imagine that's a big part of that. And also sort of pareidolia. Your ability, if you saw something in the shape of a tiger, your brain would probably go, I think there's a tiger in here, even though there isn't. And then you'd shit yourself up when you found what kind of looked like a tiger but wasn't for like 2 seconds.
I'm imagining Mrs. Six silently gliding across the ground in a glorious T-pose.
I mean, that is how she walks
It's not
around.
far off.
See, to be honest, she walks around like a dinosaur. And I try not to make fun of her for it, but it is very cute. And she gets very annoyed when I do it back to her.
Because most of the time I don't realise I'm putting my hands out like that.
She puts her hands up towards her chest because she doesn't know what to do with them. It's very, I can't think of the word. It's cute. It's charming. I know God doesn't exist because an intelligent creator wouldn't create a being that can sit on their own bollocks. This is an extremely fair point. Oh, Sick going full on woo. Yeah, obviously.
Why did my brain say Wu-Tang Clan?
Where are you hanging out that your brain is registering tigers? Don't you have tigers hanging about? I'm not being specific when I say tigers.
I would absolutely love to have a tiger as a pet.
I want a
fox
as a pet.
I know that would be horrendous.
I like the idea
of a domesticated house tiger.
House tigers, yeah. That would be sick as fuck. T-Rex arms, yes. The search for terrestrial intelligence. It is one that goes on endlessly. I don't think we'll find it, to be honest. Oh my god. Slough is thronged with tigers. Fucking Slough. But if you see a place with the name that looks like Slowit, it's called Slaithwaite. Because English and the towns that name things are fucking stupid. Even the way I said that was dumb. Uh, tigers are available in Florida, apparently. Available. That I don't know. By available, it makes it sound like you could like buy one in a simple shop.
On
I mean,
sale now.
tigers, tigers, tigers. This Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Roger is lowering the overall planet's IQ. I mean, that he does. And then his fans constantly. It is amazing to me just how completely incapable they are of making a coherent argument against anything I've possibly said. I guess it's not amazing. It's very obvious that that would happen because they're not fucking smart people at all. Very, very, very stupid people. You'd have to be. You think Roger is some sort of fucking science prophet. Um, but that yeah, they'll come to me and get really mad at me, and then I'll make fun of them, and then they'll get madder, and it's just a cycle.
Oh my god.
Same thing happened with Chris Langan. I've been, spoilers, but I have been compiling a list of, not a list, a collection of comments from people who clearly like Chris Langham, and they are funny, and not one of them is a coherent argument for actually why he might be smart. Someone said, my favorite one is that someone said, I was expecting you to criticize his work, but you just made fun of him. It's like, what work? He hasn't done anything. The man has done literally nothing. He is the most pointless, even if he's anywhere near as smart as he says he is completely pointless with that. Who gives a fuck?
Like Wednesday is pronounced still makes me irrationally angry. Why is there a D there when it's not pronounced? That's because originally it was called Odin's Day.
I think it's called Wednesday. My tech support pillow says tigers don't play like humans. It's a reference making fun of people who jumped into tiger enclosures and got killed. Oof. That's an interesting way to put it. Also, what's a tech support pillow? Is it like a love pillow, but you put technology on it? Here, T-Rex arms use the bicep to lock in the shoulders where the connective tissues is a bit slack. And a lot of neurospicy people, EDS and all that. Yes, she does like to do T-Rex arms. She is almost certainly neurospice. Does hands?
I'm confused. I kind of blanked out on what you were saying.
It's fine. I was not talking shit about you for the most part. Does Hans Wormhat?
And all I heard was she, and I was like, oh me.
Does Hans Wormhat have devoted fans? Yes. Not as many as Roger does, and not as obnoxious as Roger's. But then again, I don't think that they're aware that I exist. Mostly because he's changed the name of his channel. He is still Hans Wormhat. I'm not changing that. I love it when people come to tell me, and they still do. They did like yesterday. Someone told me, I am convinced that Hans Wormhat is 100% doing this just for the clicks and for the popularity and all this things. Like, he's not popular. Like, his channel's relatively small. He just says some of the most insane shit I've ever heard. And I just have to cover it. And he has enough fans that there's people who actually listen to this fucker. But he's not doing it for fun. He's doing it because he thinks it's, like, makes sense and is clever. Does Hans Wormhat actually own and wear a hat? I haven't got a fucking clue. I don't know the guy. I don't know if you could tell, but we ain't friends. And I'm not sure we ever could be. I'm happy to live with that. Allowing women to be ordained is the first sign a church no longer follows Christ, but the ruler of the world. What, women? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Who cares? Good. Don't follow Christ. He's not real. There's this great atheist YouTuber other than Cersic, channel named Dark Matter 2525. Have you watched his thing? I think he's great. A lot of objectivity. Yes, I do watch him on occasion. I haven't watched him in a while, but yeah, he has his animations. I think he uses a piece of software that I fucked with. Moho. That's the one. Mm. And yeah, I think he follows me on Twitter as well, so he's aware of me. Roger was the little dinosaur in Tekken 3. Well, gone. Gun. He was the best character because nothing could fucking hit him. And yeah, Hans Wormhat is fake. Yeah, I don't think he exists either. Do you ever do some deep investigation but then realize you can't talk about because people will think you are crazy? No. I mean, if you're following scientific inquiry properly, it's very unusual to end up somewhere that isn't scientific. And if you do, you've probably fucked up somewhere. And if it's like really, really fringe or really new stuff that's hard to understand, I'm generally not gonna go too far into that because it's out of my wheelhouse. I might talk about it a little bit. Like I like talking about general intelligence, general artificial intelligence. It's really interesting, but like by no means is anything I've ever said about it to be taken as a fact. I've probably screwed up a bunch of it, but it's very interesting. Who was that Tekken character that looked like a wooden puppet? That is Mokujin. And yeah, Devil Jin was the best Tekken character. Devil Jin was my favorite Tekken character.
You're lying.
But he's gotten shitter over time. I'm lying about what?
The best Tekken character is King and always will be.
Oh, Mrs. Six's favorite one is King. Yes. My favorite one is Kazuya if he's in it. It used to be Jin. And I like Jun Kazuma. So Jin, when he was a combination of the two, was my favorite. And then Devil Jin became my favorite because they switched his fighting style to some fucking thing that wasn't what it wasn't advanced Mishima style, but Devil Jin always used advanced Mishima style with other things, but then they just made it feel really slow and clunky and shit. Yes, I am a big fucking Tekken nerd. But I'm not good at it though. I'm like into it for the story. Professor Day's videos on James Tour is the best of the best when it comes to scathing criticism. James Tour is an interesting guy. If I ever get the chance to talk to Professor Dave, I am going to shout at him, Mr. Farina, go, 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 because I think it's very funny.
You're very loud.
I'm always loud. That's what my face is. Yoshimitsu was my favorite. Yoshimitsu was my favorite until he wasn't anymore, until I started learning how to play it. Then I found out that he's kind of a pain in the ass to play as. I have a friend named Kazuya. Is it Kazuya Mishima? Because otherwise I don't think it's the same guy.
Is it Kazuya Kiryu?
It's Kazuma Kiryu, not Kazuya.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not as much as a nerd as you.
I'm
attempting to be a nerd.
I like the drunken style guy. I forget his name because somehow spending the entire time on the floor is a legit fighting style. That is... fuck. He's basically based on Jackie Chan. Lei Wulong. There you go. He's really good. You're an Egypt nerd, Mrs. Sick. Yeah, I was going to say that, but then I didn't want her to start talking about Egypt, I'll be honest. She's got her own stream for that now. Has anyone managed to get you to start talking at length about Egypt?
No, because there's context.
Because there's killing to be done.
No, because I'm in a medieval bohemian universe. What is to talk about Egypt there?
So we need Kingdom Come, Egypt, and would it either be Henry wandering around Egypt?
Like I would play the Assassin's Creed one, but the time frame of that
is not her favorite.
It's not my favorite time. Like it's not my favorite time in ancient Egyptian history. It's towards the end of ancient Egyptian history, which is really fucking boring to me. I like the actual when people were pharaohs thing, not when the Greeks were pharaohs thing.
Mr. E has a black belt in macrame, which is a very funny think it's a reference to something, but
Henry goes to Egypt would be fucking awesome.
yeah. Imhotep kicking ass fighting zombies. I'll Imhotep. I like watching idiots on the tube, as in on the underground railway system, or on YouTube, because those things
It
aren't
says
the same.
on YouTube.
Oh, I thought it says on the tube.
No.
I read the. I don't know where I got that from. Apologies, I will cancel myself right now. New Indiana Jones game has a pretty good level in Giza, and Indiana Jones is a bit of a geezer, so you know it all works out.
Oh my god.
That Arnold-looking robot was nice in Tekken. It could fly and drop on an opponent. You mean Jack?
Greeks were not actual
Arnold,
people.
right? Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know why. When you said Arnold, I thought of Hey Arnold. And I thought, no one in Tekken looks like Hey Arnold. He's got a football head. Only
I think you're showing your age there.
only 90s kids will get this reference. Indiana Jones rips off a Heston film. I mean, everything's a rip-off of everything else at this point. It's very unusual. Harrison Ford is nearly a mummy. I mean, true.
Get in there.
That's the guy. I learned all the moves and ended up with him on the floor, and also moves that were used from the floor position, and was probably very annoying to fight against. I mean, it can be, but it's also pretty easy to boot someone when they're on the floor. Also, the running dive kick is pretty good too. Do you play the Fallout games? Yes.
Yeah.
I have never played the first two though, and that's to my great shame. But I find them very, very difficult to get into. Hey Arnold is just Stewie Griffin after the adoption. Neither looks nor personality wise, really. Very, very different.
They both have a football head.
Kind of. Got broken up with this weekend. Coming listen to Sir Sick to Feel Less Terrible. I am sorry for that. Unless they were an asshole, where fuck that guy. You can do better. And if it was the love of your life, damn. I'm sorry about that. But you're too good for them anyway, regardless. Even the background music for Hey Arnold is chill, and I don't typically care for jazz.
Jazz. I love jazz.
Jazz is always fun. I only played Fallout Shelter. It was fine. Fallout Shelter is not a Fallout game.
No, that's not a Fallout game.
It's not even in the realms of how Fallout 4 is a bad Fallout game, but a really fun game.
I find it very relaxing.
The best Fallout game that you could play today that's accessible is Fallout New Vegas. As long as you're either playing on a console or you've got it patched. So that it's not
If you want
fucked.
a good one, play New Vegas.
Did I say New Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I didn't say New Vegas then. It's the most like the originals, whilst also being actually fun to play. Yeah. Fallout 4 is fun when you use mods. I mean, most things are fun when you use mods in some regards. But I actually like it modless. It's got a good gameplay loop, which is find stuff, make weapons stronger, go find more stuff. And you just keep doing that over and over forever. Fallout 3 is my favourite Fallout game. It had the best atmosphere and vibe of them all. If that is your entire thing of it, the vibe of Fallout 3 does work quite well. But as a complete package, New Vegas kicks the shit out of it. But I don't hate Fallout 3 like some people do. And it does some things incredibly well. It's very good at spectacle. Like, there's a big problem in Fallout New Vegas where walking up to everything but the strip is a bit of a non-event. Whereas walking to most structures of interest, they're these huge things. Tenpenny Tower especially is really good, but like where all the slavers hang out has like a big boy with a donut or whatever it was there. It's just cool shit like that they're always good at. Thanks, Sick. It was a bit of both our faults, but Mainly his, because he didn't communicate and thought I'd just know what he wanted. And he lied about not wanting to adopt kids till after. Also, his mum sucked. Yeah, communication is just by leaps and bounds the most important thing to do in any relationship ever. If you don't talk to each other, and if you like, a good move is to make sure the other person communicates their wants and needs with you. Some people aren't good at it, and
Hello.
that's not necessarily like a non-starter, but you will have to make them communicate.
It's kind of hard to convey your feelings when you don't really know what your feelings are.
I thought you were about to say it's kind of hard to convey your feelings when you don't have them, except for the black void in your soul, the wanting, gnawing, gnashing feeling of needing to kill. And also bakeries. New Vegas has such good companions compared to the first person Fallouts. Yeah, it does so many things so well. Has a really great story. Has unbelievably good characters, and you can kill literally everybody, including the one character that you can't kill because he always comes back. You can still kill him, and he'll just come back. The Fallout London mod does actually look pretty good. It is pretty good. I've played a decent amount of it, but I got to a point and it's a fan project, and it has some bugs in it. And it had one where it kept crashing when I went to an important place. It was fucking annoying, but it is what it is. Yay or nay a few years on? Oh, Brexit. Hard to tell, to be honest. It hasn't affected me in any significant way that I can tell hugely is exclusively due to it. The problem with Brexit and understanding what it actually did is the fact that we had COVID, and that really fucked everything up for everybody. And so it's hard to tell. It certainly didn't make COVID easier, so take that for what you will. The gaping black void that is my soul. New Vegas also has Matt Perry in it. Rip. Yeah, whose performance I hated when I first saw it. But after like a long time, I actually get what he was going for, and it's just supposed to be like chill. It's just, and also I think the character is supposed to be a little bit pretentious and affected, that he's trying to be a swing daddy-o. Like, it's actually a performance. So yeah. The thing I liked about Brexit is that nobody could pronounce it properly, so newsreaders were always talking about breakfast. That is probably the best thing ever. But yeah, Brexit, don't care. Mostly. Do you think aliens visited Todd Morden in 1980? Well, I don't know what that event is supposed to be, if it's something that's personal to you, or if it's actually supposed to be a known thing. I would say no, probably
I wasn't born, so I don't know.
I wasn't born then either.
Yes, I don't know.
But if I was a betting boy and I had a reality box that could tell me, did this thing actually happen, yes or no?
The likelihood is no.
I would bet on no every time. He's also just playing a fan because he loved Fallout 3 so much. Fair enough.
Did you vote in Brexit? No.
Yeah, we didn't. There was so much information for both directions. I had literally fucking no idea what was going on.
I don't vote anyway because I don't think
we're awful people who haven't. I don't think
either side is worthy.
When you look at all the people around you and they all seem to be massive assholes, it just makes you very apathetic.
I don't think that private school politicians understand people's from a lower income background.
Yeah, all of our politicians pretty much exclusively.
We need
at least at the high end.
It would be better if we had politicians that were actually, from working class backgrounds.
But not like the massive dickhead ones, because that's the other. I don't know. This is why I don't like talking about politics, because you start saying things, the people go, no, this, and I just don't want the fucking hassle. So enough. Private means similar but diff over here. Private, yes. Public school is private school. Don't fucking ask me why. Someone just thought it was very funny to do that. That's the only conclusion I have on that regards. Who are you going to go for when you hate both sides? Exactly. It's impossible. Yeah. Count Binface could have ushered the UK into a new era of less crap. This is fair. If I actually had the motivation to go out and fucking vote, oftentimes I don't have the time. Like, I get so fucking busy around those times for some fucking reason. Just eat the rich. I think eat the rich is like a dumb meme, but billionaires? The ones I start working class end up becoming corrupted in the exact same. Yeah, it happens.
The problem with people is they're people.
Anyway, compost the rich. If I was English and had a time
we need
machine,
a robot,
I'd vote
dude.
for Blackadder.
We need a robot.
I do think Blackadder would probably be just about the most corrupt of all time, but it would be funny.
Just a little bit. Do you remember that time when Blackadder was in charge? Oh, it was terrible. It was hilarious, though. Compost the rich.
I mean, yeah, eat the assets of the rich. That's a lot of paper. Eat the Rich was a decently watchable, not A-list movie. You know, you could just call it a movie, right? All movies are movies. Baldrick for PM. He runs on a platform of having a cunning plan. What are your policies? I have a cunning plan. A plan so cunning you could pin a tail on it and call it a fox. I would vote for Vivian from the Young Ones. I don't know. It all depends. He would move on a platform of umbrellas for everyone because otherwise his head will rust. But yeah, Blackadder the second is the best Blackadder. That's my hot take. Because that's the one we had the videotape of. I'm sure this came up like not that long ago.
That was last week.
Yeah, Blackadder is just good though. Weirdly, I was watching a short of Blackadder Goes Forth because I just really, really wanted to see the ending of it again. Because it's like quite hard, meaningful and sad. And then there's the whole thing about when they first shot it, it was garbage because it all happened so quickly. Everyone was like, "This footage is unusable." But then they slowed it the fuck down and it made it, better. Smeghead for president. Do you mean Dave Lister? Or do you mean Rimmer? Because his name is Smeghead. Or Mr. Smeghead, sir. We watched the Fallout TV show. Yes. Liked it way more than I expected. The promotional material for that made it look like a weirdly high production fan thing. But when it actually came out and was a thing, it looked like a Fallout TV show. And I thought it was pretty good. And it has the fucking teaser for New Vegas in the end. So as much as the other games kind of ignore Fallout New Vegas, the people who made it go, no, people fucking love that game. Why would we ignore its existence? House for president. Not that house. Not Dr. House, Mr. House.
No, not that one either.
What? Which one?
Either of them.
You don't want House or House for president. What if they're co-presidents of the universe?
Oh my god, that'd be better.
Yeah. Did you know there's a Fallout tabletop RPG called Winter of Adam? That does not surprise. Is it Adam or Atom? I guess Adam works. But no, I didn't know that. But if you were to ask me, is there a Fallout tabletop RPG? I'd have gone, probably. I mean, GURPS. It was based on GURPS, and then the special system is just, it's basically just based on a different RPG rule set. They just had to change it. Would you go with Elon Musk to Mars? No, but I would watch to make sure he went.
I wouldn't go in the next room with him.
Yeah. I don't trust the man. He tells so many porky pies. It's kind of ridiculous. And if you don't think he tells any lies, you really need to pay attention. The people who think that no, he's never told any lies. Like, he's told so many fucking obvious lies. And as someone who likes video games, his video games lies are so blatant and obvious, it makes me wonder if there's anything he hasn't lied about. It's fucking weird. Need a BioShock series. See, here's the thing about video games, is they don't actually need to be turned into other media. It doesn't need to happen. Video games are like video games and are good for reasons that other formats aren't, which is why a lot of video game adaptations don't work. It's also why the TV adaptation of The Last of Us worked so well, because that game so obviously wants to be a movie.
Yeah.
Or a TV show. Or, well, it wants to be a really long movie. Because that's what it is.
Kingdom Come could easily be a series.
No, it couldn't. Not at the same experience. Like, the story could.
Yeah, that's my point. The story of it.
But I'm not talking about the story. I'm talking about the video game. You could make a medieval story about fucking anyone, and it's a medieval story. It doesn't need to be Kingdom Come. But to make an experience that's like playing the game doesn't work. The reason that Doom movies are shit, even though they have a bit in it that's kind of like playing the game.
Oh my god, there's Okami 2 coming out.
Really? Technically there was already an Okami 2. It was called Okami Den, and it was on the DS for some fucking godforsaken reason. Legacy of Kain movie.
That would
Legacy of Kain?
Yeah.
Could work.
I think that could work.
But it's also especially the Soul Reaver series, they're very experiential spaces. You're walking through this destroyed land, and then you see the land before it's destroyed, and then time travel paradoxes. And for a game about time traveling vampires, it has a ridiculously good story. It has no fucking right to go that hard, and has some great fucking very quotable sort of philosophical lines in it. I cosplay as Sir Sick in Canterbury. I got in trouble.
I'm not surprised.
Okay. Bezos had the guts to ride his own rocket. Yeah, but he knew that if it got broken, he could get it replaced same day.
My god.
So, Ollison has completely fucking butchered one of the things said in it, which is, suppose you throw a coin enough times and one day it lands on its side, or something like that. Because the whole point is that you've got one choice or the other, but if you do something enough times, something new will reveal itself. I'd rather stay unemployed than work for Amazon. I can see why. What drives me crazy about Amazon is that I admit they're fucking evil, but holy fuck are they convenient. It's very difficult to hold principles when it just makes your life easier. I do like, but I think that they can be held accountable and still be largely as good as they currently are. They just don't make as much fucking money. They don't actually need to make all the money. They could make less money and still be the biggest company, or one of the biggest companies in the fucking world. I toss every day. Oh, wait, a coin. Amazon is only convenient because of the EU. Are you saying it's only convenient in the EU, or it's only convenient because of the EU making things that it would be convenient? Because I think Amazon is mostly convenient because it's a really good business model and makes all the people come to you instead of going to other places. The other thing is like just the return policy on that is fucking wild. Systems Shock series about what happens on Citadel Station before the hacker wakes up could be cool. Yeah. That could... I do think that prequels and sequels can work better, but when you try to remake the thing, there's a reason that doesn't work, because the story generally is being told around you and in you. Like a Half-Life movie wouldn't fucking work, because there's no point at which a mute jumps on top of a box and then starts randomly smashing it so he falls through it. Like, it wouldn't make sense in a movie. It would be fucking hilarious to see, but yeah. If there was a Cersei character in Tekken, would it use drunken fist style fighting? Well, first off, giant swords, let alone, Yoshimitsu's being ignored because he mostly punches with it. I'm definitely more of a Soul Calibur character, which I actually made one. There's a stream
I like Soul Calibur.
of me and Mrs. Sick playing Soul Calibur together, and I watched it relatively recently, and it's quite good. It's quite entertaining watching us pummel the crap out of each other. Oddworld would be a truly insane movie, Abe and the rest. Well, Oddworld is a universe rather than a specific...
Like, we are going to be playing Night Rain together.
Yeah, we're... because Mrs. Sick now streams video games every day for basically 20 hours a week, more or less. When Night Rain comes out, because she's played through Dark Souls 1, we're going to be playing that to hopefully ride a little bit of the it's currently in the zeitgeist wave, but mostly because we like playing those games and it'll be fun. And most games are most fun when they come out. So that'll be an interesting thing, and we're going to try and figure out how to stream it kind of at the same time. I don't know if I should stream it to this channel or make a channel just for the game streams. I don't know what's a good idea in that front. But yeah, it should be fun. Why did everyone hate the Halo series? Thought it was badass. Like, you can enjoy something, but it's probably like one of the problems I have, and it's what I would call the Judge Dredd problem, is characters taking off helmets. Characters known for wearing a helmet all the fucking time. As soon as it's turned into an adaptation, we've got to see the face of the actor we paid so much money for, which is why Dredd is a much better actual film than Judge Dredd, which is still very fun, but with Sylvester Stallone in it.
Yeah, but Carl Urban's scowl is so good.
He just is Judge Dredd in that movie, and I really enjoy that movie. So, yeah, it's one of the things. He shouldn't have taken the helmet off. You know, John 337 or whatever the fuck his quote-unquote real name is. Also, I don't know how he looked in the film compared to other people, but I know that Spartans are supposed to be like 7.5 foot tall or something. Like, they are giants. There's a reason that the enemies in the game call him the demon. Yes, game streams would be a good idea. Yes, but I don't know if I should put it on my channel or I should put it elsewhere. I mean, if I do it only once, I suppose being on the channel wouldn't be a big deal. Sick bonding with his helmet brothers. Exactly.
We could just stream it on my channel because it's meant for gaming.
Yeah, but I don't know if we can do 2 streams at the same time on one channel.
No, you can't. You'd have to stream it on yours and stream it on mine.
That is entirely my point.
Right, okay. If I meant streaming it just on yours, I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
That ain't Master Chief. That's just John Spartan. Oh, shit. It's 3 minutes past 10. Didn't even notice because you had me talk about video games. You sneaky bastards. No one even told me, it's time to finish. Right. Since you did it like that, I'm doing it like this. Fucking bye. You sneaky bastards.